Hi, everyone. If you took the latest poll in the group, then you've been doing some thinking about what it is that you want most. And if you're going there, then you're probably beginning to increase your awareness around what it is that's getting in the way, or how it feels to not have the thing that you want. Sometimes we feel afraid to look at what we really want because it brings up it highlights our pain and the lack of what we want in our lives. And I am here to encourage you to go beyond that. The guidance that I'm receiving today in my meditation and that I can just feel that I am being encouraged to lead you to is about this zone where sorry for the movement. I talk with my hands, so it doesn't really work to hold the phone. This zone where we get stuck in feeling like we can't have what we want, like it's too much to ask, like there's I want to describe it for a minute so you know you can connect with this piece in you, so you can know and hear the message that comes after this. I was in my meditation today and I was just having a big memory of a time when I was really young and had for many, many years, through coming of age years, a feeling of longing, a feeling of wanting something that I didn't have, that I felt like was somewhere like out there for me. And what I didn't get until my 40s was that was inside of me, that there was a piece of my higher self that was saying, hey, like, there's something that's not that you aren't owning yet, that you aren't stepping into yet, and it's going to feel really good, and it's a part of you, your soul's history that is ready to come out in this time right now, in this lifetime, in this now, whatever that means. And when I was younger, I had like an inkling of it, but I was pretty unaware of how that was going to be connected for me. So I'm going to talk today about the ways that we get connected and tapped into that really true part of us, the part that the fear is trying to shine a light on, the part that the hesitation and holding back is trying to point us toward, the part of us that when we try to say something that we know we want, we deserve, we need, gets stuck in our throat. Like literally your throat just shuts down, or your heart, that area across your heart and your chest just becomes so tight that you can't even breathe. That is a part of you. People misinterpret that as, God, I'm such a chicken, or there's something wrong with me. I need to just get over that. People misinterpret that piece as something that's off about them, and what they miss is that this is your higher self getting your attention. That's what anxiety is too, and I talk a lot about that. This is just another way of really understanding that part of you that is pushing to the surface, that really wants to be seen and heard and noticed and reclaimed, is there waiting for you. And she's trying to get your attention by showing you all the places that feel really uncomfortable, that feel really scary, that where you feel you're way out of your comfort zone, or you feel maybe you're walking a tightrope. Do you ever have that feeling you're walking a tightrope? And you're just trying to keep it all together and hold it all together, and you're doing this balancing act, and if any one thing goes off, then all the pieces are going to come falling down. Do you ever feel like that? Yeah, and I know there are a lot of you that feel like that. And the thing I want to say is that's the place where you go to do the work. So I know that you don't always know what to do, and this is why you need a guide, and you need a teacher, and you have to find your people for this. That spot, and because feelings are what I know best, emotions are what I know best, I'm going to talk about it from that perspective. So I'm trying to think about how to say this. So it's like there's all this great stuff waiting to be discovered in you. There's all of this like your pathways to really not caring about what other people think. Your pathways to going after what you want. Your pathways to having your kids really listen to what you say. They know you're serious. They take you seriously. They don't question it. They don't argue back. Being a real, true leader in your family. Your family's waiting for you to lead them. Having your partner or your husband or your wife or whoever it is hear what you say, and because they know, they intuit on some level, they hear you, that you are so tapped in to your divine wisdom that there's no point in arguing with it. There's no questioning it. This is your truth, and it's best for them to follow it. This is what I want to encourage all of you to tap into. It is something that's inside all of you. There's no exception. If you're a woman, it's inside of you. This is waiting to be discovered. So there are things that stop us from tapping into this, and I hope this is coming through. So I talked earlier about the fear that makes us want to run and hide, that makes us think we're in the wrong neighborhood, that makes us think we're barking up the wrong tree. That feeling that like I got to get out of here is what we've been running from for so long. And right now it's time to turn toward it. It's time to turn into it and to ask, what do you have to teach me? What is here? And when you go into it, you go toward it, you can run into all kinds of things that feel really overwhelming and scary. What you're running into is old story. It's imprinted energy from generations of women in your family and men, moms and dads, grandmas and grandpas, older siblings, roles that you took on that were not aligned with your true self, but they were just a product of your environment. They were just a piece of the kind of human experience that you took on, and now it feels stuck because the real you is ready to come out, and you can feel there's something holding you back. That's blocking you from really accessing the way through. But when you get the way through, when you learn how to rewrite the stories, when you learn how to just shred all of the things that you can see now are not true, when you learn how to notice and become aware of those things, and how to trust yourself to move through them to the other side, and you realize that you're in charge and you get to choose and you get to design the life you want, and you get to be the mom that just, who cares what anybody thinks of you, and you get to be the woman who does life exactly the way you want to do it. Forget about anybody else's narrative. Forget about sacrificing stuff that doesn't feel right to you to give up. Forget about all of that. You get to do it the way you want to do it. And there, you could probably think of a million reasons, like, to kind of think like, but I can, and what you're saying, it doesn't work for me or whatever. Those are just stories about lack. They're stories about scarcity. They're heavy energies that we've inherited from our parents, and every single one of them can be unwritten, and you can rewrite every single one of them. So you can have that. When you're able to access and move through what the feeling is or what the sense is that's blocking you, the anxiety that's blocking you, the fear that's blocking you, when you're able to unwind that, what is on the other side is your real power, is what's true for you. And it'll just flow through you. There's no learning how to say it. It'll just come through. There's love, just a divine presence of love that is so rich and so full of all the right kind of energy that you want. There's trusting yourself on your path, trusting your guidance, trusting every step on your journey. There's harmony. There's finding real harmony. There's real harmony for you between parenting and your career and your relationship, and putting yourself first, knowing what you want. There's so much balance and harmony to be created in that. There's forgiveness. Forgiving you, forgiving your parents, forgiving God or whatever entity you see that has allowed you to be in pain. And what I'm really saying is that it's all a gift. The anxiety, the overwhelm, the out of balance, the lack of clarity and calm, the things that you said you wanted in that poll in this group, it's all a gift to be able to see that you have something that you don't want. And now let's just celebrate and dance in that gap between knowing we want it and knowing we don't have it yet. And now you ask for the guidance and the resources. How can I get there? And this is what I'm guiding women to. It's the women who are clear and certain that they want change. It's the ones who are ready for the guidance, who are ready for the support, and who believe that they deserve the support, who believe that it's time to stop waiting and to have the changes that they want. There's so much fear that will get in the way when we think of actually like, oh my gosh, like being open to the change we actually want. It almost is too good to hope for, that we could actually feel a lightness and a freedom and be carefree and love time with our kids instead of dreading it, or build a life that includes a career that really, really, really lights us up. Or to laugh with our partners, to laugh ourselves silly, or get cozy on the couch at the end of the day and say, oh my gosh, listen to what happened today. If you guys aren't having that and you're wanting that, then get on a call with me. Get on a call with me and we'll talk about what it looks like for you. All right, I love you all. Bring a friend into this group if you think that she would dig these talks and benefit from these conversations. And I'll see you soon.